Uh, Please welcome Ms. Soo-hyung Cho. She's Youth Policy Partnership Consultant at UNDP Seoul Policy Center. And also please welcome Dr. Pei-Chu Huang, who works in National University of Kaohsiung. Thank you both of you very much for coming here, and they will give you a great feedback. Next, this is the judging criteria. We sent this through your email, and I think you have seen this. And there's, as you know, there's 5 criteria for here, and you can look up the details through your email. This is the presentation order for today. So please check your order and get ready if you're the next turn. Get ready is just get ready to share your PPT and check your mic and stuff. And after the presentation, you will get a feedback, and that's also 4 minutes. Please keep the time. And I think that's it. I think we're ready for the first presentation. So the team 1, are you ready? Just checking, please raise your hand if you're ready. Oh, before that, do you have any questions or so? Okay, presenter 1 is ready. So the first presenter, team 1 올려주세요. Okay. So before we start, do you have any questions for today? If you have a question, please raise your hand. Anyone? Okay. Hello. Can you?
Hello, I'm Chufon from Team 9, and my Team 9 appears in Group A, but on this presentation order, I think my name doesn't appear. I'm afraid team number 9 from my last, team number 11 from my last. From the last time I looked at the sheet, falls in C, so I'm not quite sure of this.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So your name is not on the screen, right?
Yes.
That's okay. Let me check. Sorry.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Wait a second. Just checking.
Okay.
You're team 9, right?
Yes, I am.
You're after team 6. I think we have a little bit of miscommunication here.
Okay.
So you are team 9. And also, let me check. Sorry for the delay. It's not team 30. It's not mentioned. Team 30, you're after team 24. So here it says team 28, but you're actually in that spot. So you're presenting in the spot 8th. Your turn is number 8. Did that answer your question? Okay. I think we're ready to go now. So, Team 1, please share your PPT and turn on your mic and video. Okay, hello. Can you share your screen? Or
yeah.
Oh, okay, I can see your screen. So tell me. So just start whenever you want.
All right. So I'll be starting right now. Hello, everyone. Good morning. We are Team Porusha, and we are putting a value in the gap. We are acting as a generator of jobs and absorber of surplus and labor. How are we doing so, and where are we from? Let's move to the next slide. We are tackling a problem in Bangladesh where we are trying to fill in the gap between the employment rate and the disparity in education type. How are we doing that? In the details can be found. The formal sector in Bangladesh, the employment is just 11.5%, whereas in the informal sector, the employment is 88.5%. To contribute in the informal sector, VET, vocational education training, is needed, which only engages 20 million people, whereas in secondary education, 400 million people are engaged. Having a country where 80% is the informal sector, where only 20% workforce is only by women, despite having available job of 92%, is a problem. And that's where we come. Solution. We come as the job sourcing platform. We are here through an online and offline platform using F-commerce to increase this labor productivity of the woman. We are acting as the connector and the aggregator in the following ways. So when we talk about acting as a job sourcing platform, we obviously have to follow a business model and a market plan. We have to think about how the system itself can actually sustain. So there is this skeletal ecosystem for the next 5 years that we broke down into 3 phases, despite having an overall idea of a B2C and a B2B, business to customer, business to business. In first phase, we actually have the advocacy that there is a knowledge gap. These women who are there, since we worked for the past 2 years with the Coral slum and also have surveyed few garments factory where they need such skilled laborers, we come there as filling in the knowledge gap as the pilot project with the grants that we get. Second, there is a skills gap training. These people, they need the skill gap training for which they will even be put into these factories. How so? How do we become such social business? We actually commission this garments factory for every 20 worker that we provide, perhaps a 20% commission that we keep as our business's fund. And then there is the one that we take from the woman that we provide the job with, which keeps our business running, like our pilot one. So this is the type of prototype we're trying to have for one wing to sustain the model. In the next 3 to 5 years, in our entire 5-year plan, we actually have the vocational education training system platformed as a physical platform and then digitalize it and archive it with the Health Ministry of Education. Next. So when we think about this, we definitely think in our ecosystem who are our competitors. Right now, there is an online app that actually provides informal jobs, that too in the English language. So there is again that knowledge gap. And then there is already a platform that's working only catered to the household, which is not only the informal sector. When I say informal sector, it's actually the laborers, the workforce, which is beyond that, contributing to the GDP of 40% in Bangladesh. Next. Like I said, that the impact is actually to increase the employment growth. For instance, when we started with changing the lives of 40 women. Instead of a 7K job, we are giving them a 10K or a 12K job, having a fixed deposit and creating the contact in the phases that we plan. So in the 7 month, when we get the traction report or we see how it has changed, we can measure it through our pilot, keeping our stakeholders in mind, the NGOs, the community engagement, all those, while we are actually working towards the 3 SDGs. We're reducing 1, 8, and 10. Next. Oh, so our team is actually the entrepreneurs we work within, coming from various fields, having the following: finance, business, and outreach funding and technical specialists, working from different parts of the world as well. When we actually think where we are standing, that is the world that we took. Right now, why would I can't see the screen? There's a problem. Okay, so right now for calling to action, so there is obviously finding jobs. There's the finding people and connecting. We are connecting them. from APYE, if the grant is there, if we get it, we will actually be able to create those connections because we have the expertise, the funding, the mentorships that APYE will obviously give us. Because first, there's the loophole that we need to connect. And once we do that, we can actually work on it with the phases that we talked about in our business model and market plan. Next. So thank you for the presentation, and I hope I was like the time frame. I could condense it in the time frame.
Okay, thank you very much for the first team. And now we're going to have 4 minutes of Q&A session. And judges and all the participants of Team 1, please turn on your mic and screen. Please turn on your mic and screen. Hello, everyone.
Before we may proceed to it, may I?
Yep.
Hello. Before proceeding, may I know how much time did I take? So if there is an extra minute or so, then my groupmates can pitch in.
Oh no, you already used all of your time, and I just give you like a few seconds more. So great.
Great. Thanks.
Okay. So you also have 4 minutes of Q&A session, and you can start right now.
Okay.
Hi. Can I talk? This is Judge Peiqi. I have a question. Is it possible you can just explain again how is your social business going to generate income? Is it going to be like you are kind of like a HR brokerage company, or what is it?
Yeah, I can take that question. So we are going to generate income in two folds. For phase 1, it's going to be more about advocacy. So we are going to try to destigmatize the cultural stereotypes around informal sector jobs. So we're going to work based off of grants from different government agencies and NGOs. And we've already done the research and we have gotten a lot of interest from government agencies. In phase 2, we're going to work as a placement agency and we're going to transition into a social business to maintain a sustainability model. And in that phase, we will work by providing workers to companies and charging them a commission for every worker that we provide to them.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So thanks for your presentation. I have a question. So do you plan on running your business centering around cities, or do you also plan on expanding this service to like rural areas or suburban areas? So yeah, I just wanted to hear more about your expansion plan in the long term.
All right. So if I may add into that, it's we actually, since we have been researching it for the past 2 years, we actually found that it is much needed in the informal slums, or what we might call the informal slums in Dhaka capital city, since it's very polarized based. What happens in Bangladesh is that from the rural area, there's a huge migration only for jobs to the Dhaka city, because everything is centered around the capital itself. So if we can target these people and work through them, then we can gradually expand to the rural areas as well. But then again, like I said, there's a huge migration working here from the rural to urban. So we are actually kind of touching onto the rural or grassroots level area as well. And we are actually starting to target with the largest slum in Bangladesh, which is the Korail slum. And there is that extensive study from which parts of Bangladesh they're coming from, like exactly the north or the south, and which rural areas we're trying to cover. Could I touch on that? Because my screen just hung. Not sure whether I'm even there. Hello?
Thank you for answering that there. Do we have any more questions before we pass on to the next team?
One last question. How is the internet, because you said that you are going to go through online and offline approach, but how is those people who are in the informal sector, how accessible are they to internet and also all this information? Otherwise, you have to go through the traditional route to get hold of these people.
Dahana, do you want to take that?
As we can see, like in Bangladesh, what happens is that a lot of people use Facebook. Like even the rural people, like whatever they do, even if they don't own luxurious items, they have a mobile phone, they have a smartphone, they use internet. So if we do this via Facebook, we will be reaching a lot of people in that way, since a lot of people, majority of the population in Bangladesh uses Facebook. I hope that answers your question.
Also, I think initially, since we're really targeting the Dhaka city,
I'm sorry, I lost the contact.
Hello? Am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so like initially, since we said that we're going to target this slum and it's in the Dhaka city, the accessibility of internet would not be an issue initially if we are really, focusing on the slum for the beginning part of the journey of this project. That is.
Okay.
Thank you so much for asking those questions. Those were very informative questions for us.
Okay, the time is up. It's exactly 4 minutes. Thank you, everyone. And Team 1, you're going back to the participants.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, judges.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. So now, Team 5, please get ready for your presentation. You can share your screen and turn on your mic, turn on your camera. And other people, please turn off your camera and all your mic, please. So Team 5, tell me when you're ready.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, hello. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, sure. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, take your time.
Thank you. Can you see the slides?
Yes, we can see it.
All right, I'm gonna start our presentation then. Greetings from Hilizo Center. We are a social enterprise in Chittagong Hill Tracks, which is a multi-purpose initiative to contribute towards culture and development in the Chittagong Hill Tracts of Bangladesh. Many of you may know about Chittagong Hill Tracts, as which is a very marginalized region in Chittagong Hill Tracts, and where people have to suffer for more than 2 decades with armed struggles in this region. So we have so many development gaps, even after signing the peace accord in 1997 between the then Bangladesh government and on behalf of the indigenous communities, PCJSS. So for this particular event, our proposed project is tackling COVID-19 impacts on CHT indigenous communities through youth engagement and sustainable solutions, where we always love to embrace all the problems, even if we don't see any solutions right at the moment. For this particular event, for this particular project, we have identified 2 main burning problems which we are suffering right this moment. That is quality education, because Bangladesh government has started during this COVID-19 situation, the online education systems, which is screening in national television and in social media. But many of indigenous areas, which many indigenous communities have claimed 100% students have no access to the current online education system, and the 99% are not being able to access the television classes, because many indigenous communities have not even the access of electricity. There is another problem we have identified for this particular project, which is a market platform. There is lack of direct access to the market of our entrepreneurs, local entrepreneurs, and our local farmers. And also there are many indigenous villages where they're not even have a single grocery shop. So we Hill Resource Center have identified this problem to solve, and even we started from May month with a single grocery shop in a nearest village of this Rangamati town, which is called Hajachora. Along with these problems, we have identified a few solutions which we already are running. One is Porusha, which is a community learning center, where this is the only and the very first initiative during this pandemic situation that we had taken, where our university and college-going students are giving free tuitions to the disadvantaged students. And right this moment, in our tuitions, we have around 65 students. And there is another initiative we have taken, that Valeti Super Store, where actually 3 villages, they don't even have a single grocery shop. They have to travel at least 2.5 hours by the country boat, because their country boat is the river is the only means of their communication to the city areas. And next we are planning to launch an e-platforms for local farmers and our entrepreneurs, where they will be able to reach direct to their customers and consumers at least 50,000 people with using social media, Facebook. And we always believe that to access direct to create the access direct sales and direct sales through direct connection, which we believe that producers and consumers bondings with for a new meaning, for a new relationship. And we also try to do B2C and B2B for further helping out those entrepreneurs in the rural areas, and also those farmers who would love to directly go, who can't go to directly to the consumers.
Your time has been over. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption. We have limited time. So now, please, all the judges and team members of the Team 5, please turn on your mic and screen. You have 4 minutes of Q&A session.
Okay, I guess I will start again. Just the same old question. How right now you are doing free teaching and all this, talking about where you're going to generate that income and where you're going to get the money to do the e-platform, and what kind of farming product are you expected to help them to generate those future incomes?
At the very beginning, we have actually invested 100 USD for the grocery shop to that village. And for the education center we have launched, that is fully volunteer service by the university and college-going students of that particular village. So they are doing this voluntarily, but we have linked with some other income generating activities, which are orchid flower nursery, because we have huge collection of orchid flowers in Chittagong Hill Tracks in our forest. And if we can create a nursery and then market it to the mainstream market, then there will be a huge benefit from them. So we can just connect that from that profit to those volunteer services.
Yes, I'm done. Amy, your turn.
Yeah, I think Dr. Peichi actually covered some of the important questions. So to add on to the question, so will this volunteers of university students or they are coming in to teach, right, at your community learning center? And so this means that it's going to be in person So do you have any like backup plans or any like safety countermeasures that you are thinking in times of COVID, since now that everything is so much more emphasized in the context of like contactless education. So yeah, I just want to hear your plans on that.
Thank you so much for the question. We actually started our plan, with the grocery shop, so we can stop, infection of virus in that village, because there was no grocery shop before, but now they have, so they don't need to go outside of their village to just to buy their daily necessary things. So this is how we have stopped the village peoples, going outside from their village. So that's the one part. And we actually have been in operations for 3 years. So our main services is like we have accommodation services and training venues in Rangamati Hildrix, which is located at this town area, where we have already served more than 40 NGOs, including INGOs, including UNDP, the UNDP CHDDF, and some other national reputed or NGOs like BRAC and the Manusha Jonno Foundation. So those are actually our main income source. So we have been supporting from our very beginning, from our commencement years, to two private schools, and then two primary schools and 2 hostels in the remote Khadrachuri. So we're quite like confident about these things, and also another thing, the one we mentioned about the e-platform, because within this 4 months, we have noticed that there are many indigenous women, especially the women and the other youths, are coming for the entrepreneurship sectors because they have to return back to their home because they cannot pay the rent of their home in the city areas. So they have to return back to their village and find and explore different ways to survive, so they can earn and provide support to their families using traditional knowledge and our natural resources and other whatever we have in our community and in our village.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Team 5, for the presentation. Now, Team 6, please get ready for your presentation, and other people, please turn off your mic and camera. So, Team 5, you can start whenever you're ready. Team 6, sorry. Team 6. Team 6.
Right.
Can you hear me? Hello, can you turn on your camera, please? Hello. Hi.
Are we turning on? Are we the one to share slide, or are you?
Yeah, you need to share the slide through your share screen.
All right.
Okay. Great.
Can you guys see it?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Can you start?
Yep, whenever you want.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Greetings of peace. I am Alvin Sir Lumangal. This is Rustom Evangelista Jr. from Mindanao State University, General Santos City, Mindanao, Philippines. Do you know that there are 7 out of 10 children play mobile games? Yes, we believe that everyone agrees on this, especially that COVID-19 pandemic has triggered to increase the mobile game installations and playtime of the children at home. During the lockdown, many people, including the children, install mobile games to entertain and to avoid distraction from the negative news brought about by the pandemic, such as increasing cases of COVID-19 on the dashboard. In fact, Statistics reveal that 8 out of 10 of children spend more time in playing online games while staying at home. Professional clinical counselors acknowledge that sound management to mobile gaming can boost the mental well-being. Published study at East Carolina University revealed that 30 minutes of mobile gaming per day can help alleviate clinical depression and anxiety. Today, educational games are the fingertips of every child. Maximizing the use of this so that children will maintain their sanity and will become aware of responsibilities of everyone in preventing COVID-19 transmission is paramount. This is the reason why we are introducing Tagbo mobile game. Tagbo is a local term from the Cebuano tribe in the Philippines, which means meet. Tagbo in this context does also mean together in amplifying goals board. This mobile game engages the players into simulations of how individual, family, community, and government work together by following habits that sit well with the health mandated protocols to prevent COVID-19. For sustainability, the Tagbo mobile game is timely in the distance learning of the Department of Education so that teachers can integrate in delivering in their instructions about health topics and other topics which is applicable. The Tagbo mobile game app will also made available in Google Play Store so that people can access it. It is expected that mobile game app will be downloaded by 2 out of 100 people or customers per day. Yeah, that's right. Tagbo mobile game is expected to contribute to the achievement of SDGs. First, SDGs good health and well-being. Second, SDG quality education. And the third one, SDG peace, justice, and strong institutions. Children will be the primary beneficiaries of this innovation. The diverse groups of children in the Philippines, particularly those who are in conflict-affected areas, including those in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, will be targeted as the main beneficiaries of this project. To date, the application design was already developed and is on the stage working on the user's interface, particularly on the coding of the buttons, panels, layouts, designs, game menus, and sound designs. The single-player app will be made available this August. Few months from now, the game will be developed into a multiplayer game to play by iOS or Android phones globally. So, together with our partners, let's invest on Tagbo mobile app and join us in encouraging everyone to work together in amplifying goals. Maraming salamat po at magbuhay tayong lahat. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much. So now you have 4 minutes of Q&A session. So judges, please turn on your camera and your mic. And you can start whenever you want.
Amy, would you like to start this time? Sorry.
Sure. Okay, thanks for the presentation. So I wanted to ask, so since this is mobile-based service, how is the internet connectivity and how to say and like how many people in those conflict affected regions do they have access to such mobile devices, or does the game does not require any internet connectivity, or could you specify on those conditions?
All right, thank you for that question. The mobile tugboat game is actually an offline game. As soon as they downloaded it, they can play it when they online or anywhere in the Philippines, because there's no need for internet connection. It's a very easy game because it's a unity game. It suits for everyone, no matter they actually lack of knowledge or anything like that. They can actually play with it. It's a unity game, and actually it's a game that promotes collaboration and unity. It's not competition at all, because our goal is those 4 players that win together. Our goal is to them to be united together, so that they can be successful together and answer and overcome the challenges together in the community.
Okay. So following Amy's question, I'm just wondering, so your team, you guys are all computer engineers that design this game, or you need to outsource this and rely on someone else to do that?
All right. So actually, we're elementary education majors, and we are a developer for our game to develop. Yes.
But
There's someone who's developing our project.
so you have somebody, but where do you get how do you generate the income to write all these programs and app? Because it should cost, I mean, having an app is very costly. So where do you gonna have this income source?
Yes. This project, all right. We proposed this project to the international NGO. We call that the Asia Foundation. And in God's grace, they fund our project, and they will pay all of those expenses throughout the development of the single player game. Yeah. The Office of the Vice President also granted our project, and we're very lucky for that. And however, we are very hoping that if you guys will choose our project, we'll try to make it multiplayer game so that anywhere in the world can download or can play the game. Because so far we only have a single player that might be not accessible in other countries. That's why we want it to be more global. Yeah, and also I would like to emphasize that this game is essential to teachers, because they can use it as an activity for their online classes, because children are staying at home, and it is dangerous for them to stay outside, especially with their friends. That's why we made this app, we developed this app also to help young teachers for their instructions. Yes.
Can I ask one question? What's the target age group for this game?
This is the last question, so we can answer it. And then, thank you.
Actually, we're trying to. Actually, everyone can play the game, but our main target so far is the children, because they are actually this problem, because somehow they are affected in regards to their mental health or other social emotional psychomotor, all of those. So actually everyone can play the game, no matter what age or what type of ethnicity, or there's no racism in here. Everyone can play the game. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Team 6, for your great presentation.
Thank you.
So now,
Thank you.
thank you. Okay. Team 9.
Thank you so much.
Please get ready for your presentation. Turn on your camera. Okay. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
So who's the presenter? Okay, presenter. Great. Hello. So,
Hi, presenter. So you want to know
your mic is a little bit like ringing, or should I say? I don't know how to say it, but it's like there's some little problem. Can you talk again? Say something.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, great. You're good.
Okay. My slides. Am I able to share my slides?
You can't share your slides. You can't. Cannot.
I can't share my slides.
Okay. Did you click the screen share at the bottom?
screen share. I don't. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Can we all see the slides?
Yeah, I can see your slide. Great. You can start whenever you want.
Okay. Warm greetings to everyone. I represent Team Quadrant 2E from Cameroon, and I'll be presenting to you Quadrant 2E in Health, an innovative model from the tech company for a better community in the post-pandemic era. We, from research interviews and surveys, were displeased with the casualties as severe as death due to the result of poor medical follow-up. With the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, the situation even became worse in Cameroon. Cameroon's average performance in SDGs is lowest in goal number 9 and seconded by goal number 3, which is less than 25 points on 100 and 40 points on 100 respectively. We intend to employ a cloud-based platform and application to facilitate health data management with a good understanding of the concept of Lean Six Sigma. We target patients and everyone who accesses healthcare. Our income is raised from our premium services, registered and authorized health units, and support from the mother company, Quadrant 2E. Our consumers who have their medical records effectively follow up, health institutions will find it easy to collect and analyze medical records. And the chances of misprescription, death, and other casualties will be reduced. More jobs will be created, and we already have over 100 people who are pledged to use our system as early adopters. We are growing in partnership with health facilities and patients, and we are creating awareness and educating people on the need to adopt this new model. We intend to finish our project design by December 2020, better test in January, and launched by April. Our competitors, we are flexible. We are unique in that we are flexible. We focus on health data management, and we work closely in everything. We work closely with health workers, and our prices are affordable. Our counterparts, unfortunately, the available platforms focus on just health monitoring. In fact, we hope to improve overall health of the population, improve innovation, and involve doctors and engineers to raise the bars of good health, industry, and innovation and partnership. Our team includes Simo Yuan, Bong Kulin, Ruben Mote, Lilian Kamga, and our presenter, Chofon Taga. And we hope in 2 years to have our products known nationally and maybe in the continent, and in 5 years we expect over half of our population of the country, Cameroon, to be using our system, and why not other countries in Africa. So we will address the issue of managing patients' medical records for effective health monitoring and meticulous clinical decision making. Our strategy multi-stakeholder partnership, education, publicity, and sensitization. We need your funding to implement this project. We are Quadrant 2E from Cameroon. Thank you for your keen attention. I am Chofan. I am the team leader and a tech in health enthusiast. Meet us at www.quadrant2e website and see our projects and you can follow our advancements. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and there is our contact. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Great. Now you have 4 minutes of Q&A session. So all the members of Team 9, please turn on your camera and mic. And all the judges, please turn on the camera and mic, please. Thank you. And you can start whenever you want.
Amy, you want to go first or yours?
Sure. Thank you. Okay, so thanks for the presentation. Could you clarify your business model once more? Could you elaborate on your plan? On you said you plan on using your platform to educate some more people to use it, have some kind of information system online for the health records. So yeah, just could you elaborate on your business model and your dissemination plans as well? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. For our we target patients. Excuse me. All right, I'll mute you. Oh, sorry. Okay, we target patients and anyone who has access, who accesses healthcare, and we. Okay, we target patients and everyone who accesses healthcare, and we intend to educate the population on the need to adopt this new form of medical record monitoring, because we discovered that there were a lot of casualties as a result of poor medical record storage, as far as death, misprescription of drugs, and delay in healthcare service, in healthcare delivery. So we raise income from our mother company, Quadrant 2E, and we raise income also from our premium services. We have the state-of-the-art digital humans built from complex neural networks to connect emotionally with patients, maybe mental health too, and assist them in their recovery process. So I hope I've given an answer to your question.
Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Peachy. Oh, you're on mute.
Okay. Hi. So I think you guys are doing a digital medical monitoring system. So your team also have medical doctors who are experts, because I think having a medical system monitoring is one thing, but the problem is the poor health care. So do you have the how are you going to turn into, although I have a good record, but the thing is I don't have the proper medical care to take care of me. How does your team have this follow-up solution to really get people a better health care?
Yes, we are working in close collaboration with doctors already and health patients to give them the best user experience of our platform. So it's not designed by us, it's designed by everyone who uses the system. So we are taking time to actually implement a system that is going to be comfortable using by everyone who uses it. And yeah, we intend to make it very easy and accessible for everyone. And also, we hope to encourage like health services different from our own through our platform.
Okay, so do you charge people for this to enroll in this system?
Sorry? Oh, yes. Anyway, it's free for every registered member, but for authorized, because those in charge of entering the medical data are authorized health institutions or doctors. So we charge for registration of these authorized health institutions and medical professionals, they have an annual fee to pay. And for our premium services, that is actual interaction with our state-of-the-art digital humans, which will connect with you emotionally. Those premium services will be paid for, and like consultations. So for consultations, you will pay to receive the extra services we have. But basic services like health storage and management will be free of charge for everyone.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team 15 and the judges. Thank you very much. And now Team oh no, Team 9, sorry. Team 9, thank you. Now Team 15, please get ready for your presentation. Now, other people, please turn off your camera and turn off your mic, please.
Sharing.
Team 15, hello.
In the center.
Hi.
Yes, we're here.
Yes.
Yeah, you look good.
Can you hear us clearly?
Sharing screen.
So you can share your
Yes.
you're sharing your screen, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay.
So you can start whenever you want.
Audible?
Yes.
Okay, so we should start?
Yeah, whenever we want. Okay.
Yep.
Let's start.
Yeah, if you're ready, you can start.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. Our team name is Greenovation, and we are based in Kaohsiung, Taiwan. Our tagline is Let's make a better future. And summing up our idea in one line is that we are stepping towards self-reliant economy by promoting green production and increasing employability. This is our agenda for the day. Basically, we will be addressing two problems, that is the growing imports of Taiwan and increasing use of plastic bags, usage of plastic bags in Taiwan. The growing imports of in Taiwan, certainly to the product we will be selling, is Taiwan has a very huge balance of trade deficit in the product which we are going to sell, and with the increasing growth rate of the deficit amount. So our solution basically is to stop import of that product, make the product in Taiwan itself, and go green by upcycling, not recycling. What benefits will we have is like we will be reducing the imports of Taiwan. We will be using less amount of plastic and increase the employability domestically. Our business model is quite simple. We will be buying used advertising canvas from the hoarding companies, which are used for advertisement on the roads. Then we will be designing, and we will be contracting the local manufacturers to produce bags out of it. And then we will be selling the eco-friendly bags to food delivery corporates and other supermarkets. And we will be constantly receiving the feedback and constantly working on our improvement. So the basic question lies that we make money after from the sale proceeds, basically the sales proceed, and after we gain certain level, we also start consultation fees to take consultation fees from the corporates who wish to go green. And our other benefit is that our product is 100% made in Taiwan. So the value we provide is that we provide a cheap alternative to the plastic bags and also eco-friendly alternative. So how do we get the customers is basically we market our product by saying that our product will be 131 times more usable than the current single-use plastic. Our target for the next year is like we are planning to sell at least 100,000 bags a year by next year. Channels for promotion, basically the promotion will be done in the B2B terms, mainly based upon the references, and we will be aggressively promoting to the companies which are interested in improving their CSR rankings and reducing their carbon footprints. Competitors, as of now, there are no competitors in Taiwan who are producing bags out of canvas. So yes, we could have a market in that. We are not using any new materials and reducing the imports. Taiwan government is doing very well in curbing the use of plastic bags also. So there is a huge market potential for cloth bags in future.
Okay, now, so here are the three major positive impacts of our project. First, the reputation of a company will increase because of their devotion of SDGs. And except for the investment to enterprises emphasizing on CSR, our project can also ensure stability in the industry of domestic manufacturing. So this can help with achieving SDG number 8 and 9. Third, as we're going to upcycle used canvas into reusable bags to make food delivery service more eco-friendly. This project can also help with reduce environmental impact of our society. So it can be aligned with goal 11, 12, and 13. So far, we're in the progress of developing idea, planning detailed timeline, and stakeholders. In the future, we'll actively contact them and implement our SDG project in a well-organized way. So in the post-COVID-19 era, we want to improve self-reliance and green production of our country, and also solve environmental problems, strive to reach SDGs before 2030. And we also want to avoid possible crises caused by global epidemic in the future. So these are the change makers in our team. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry for interruption, but you got over your time. So sorry. And before starting the Q&A, if there's Team 20 voluntary, please give me a Q&A because I can't see you. And now, thank you for the Team 15, and you have 4 minutes of Q&A session, and you can start whenever you want.
Amy, you want to go?
Oh, you can go ahead first.
Free, so.
Oh, okay. Then so thank you for your presentation. So do you already have some kind of manufacturing factory that are set up to produce this upcycled products, or are you planning to go through some kind of MOU with a factory to produce?
Yes, we already have a factory in Vision, and we have seen the factory, we have visited the factory. If in future we get the funding, maybe we can have a MOU with them and start the production itself. We have seen them manufacturing, so we know the company well.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Actually, Amy, you asked just the same question I was going to ask, right? But I also have a question. So you haven't initiated this project, but I'm just wondering, happily, I also come from Kaohsiung. I mean, there's a lot of recycling institutions and agency, and a lot of people do the recycling. How are you going to compete with those people who voluntarily do this recycling? Then how are you going to be able to collect that? Because there's going to be a lot of canvas, a lot of people who does, and a lot of recycle collectors on the street will go and send it to Tzu Chi, whatever. So how are you going to differentiate yourself from them, from others?
Basically, we will be having partnerships with two or three the banner, like the canvas collectors, and having a constant supply from them. Like once we are about to start, we will be taking how much canvas is really needed a month, and we will be having a contract that every month you need to provide us certain amount of canvas so that we don't have any issues in the production. So we would be having 2-3 suppliers, not we would be relying just on the one supplier.
But have you always also considered about who you will be selling to? Because in Taiwan, recycling bag has already been very popular. So yeah. Where will be your distribution channel for selling these products?
Yes, as this product is upcycled, not recycled, this has a different kind of an advantage. So we would be selling it to some corporates and supermarkets. And food delivery service corporations, wherein they can use it as a tool for their advertising marketing. They can use the tool that they are using firstly 100% made in Taiwan product, and also upcycled product which is not recycled, and they are reducing the use of plastic. So this could be a marketing activity for the food service corporations like Uber, Food Panda, maybe some kind of supermarket, maybe like PX Mart. So we start small, but we plan to go big.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team 15. And since there's no Team 20, we're going straight to Team 24. So Team 24, please get ready. Show your screen, turn on your mic, and share the screen, please. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. So you can start whenever you want.
All right. So Patani is one of the Thailand's southern border provinces, and it experiences daily incidences of violence leading to economic and social instability. It is among the poorest regions in Thailand, with every third person falling below the poverty line. Bandato is one village of a coastal community in Patani, home to 8,500 people, highly depending on the fishing industry. However, pollution and overfishing is a threat to the industry, but villagers are lacking other employment opportunities. Especially now during COVID-19, this is a problem for them. We created a concept that lays the foundation for opening a new industry for the village, where communities become farmer communities for seaweed without any previous knowledge or capital. Our mission is to build economically strong, sustainable, and peaceful coastal communities by enabling the cultivation of seaweed. In short, we can grasp our concept in 6 steps. First, we will identify the community and look at their capacity at place. Step 2 and 3 involve the sharing of knowledge and also sources. Then we come to the local cultivation of Gracilaria, which is a seaweed that is naturally growing in this area. Afterwards, we will market the product at the local market, and the profits will be reinvested for the next community to come. Let's dip deeper into the market. Globally, the seaweed market is expected to double until 2024, and the market value of $9 billion US. Asia Pacific alone comprises over 50% of the market, and Thailand is so far covering the demand only by importing from other countries. Seeing that our region, Patani, is 80% Muslim, we target the halal seaweed market. So to wrap it up, we tap into a high growth market with an unpenetrated industry in Thailand, and we are benefiting from subsidies by the government by achieving a halal status. Our main goals are in line with the Sustainable Development Goals. First, we enable 10 farmer partners within the first 10 years to get good employment. This will lead to employment opportunities and higher income. Second, we will also decrease atmospheric carbon dioxide by 30 metric tons, reducing the pollution in the area. Third, we will also overcome disputes on access to natural resources and thus enable economic stability. Participating farmers will be able to increase their income by more than 50%, and this is feasible looking at the financials. We only need investments of $7,700 US to be able to help 10 farmers to build this business. It is forecasted that by farmer per year, we will get a revenue of $4,680 US. So after 3 years, we will have a surplus of $43,265 US. As we are a social business, we will reinvest this profit into the next community. So part of our surplus will be put into scaling and covering initial investments. So in year 2, we will also be able to help 20 new farmers. The remaining surplus will be reinvested in the capacity and innovation building towards value-added products. We intend to measure impact with a triple bottom line approach of KPIs, looking at environmental, economical, and social perspective. Our team brings together a network of social business organizations as well as local entities, which are all eager to confirm our mission into concrete actions. We're asking you to be involved to help us improve the livelihood of this community and to connect us with funders and also with passionate partners. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much. Great. And now you have 4 minutes of Q&A session, and you can start now.
Hello. Hi. Can
Hello.
you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so just wondering, so you say you are reaching a specific area in Thailand, which is abundant in seaweed. So, but the seaweed farmers are not knowledgeable about the growing of seaweed. I'm not too sure about the whole business model. Can you explain a bit more clearly how are you gonna, because are your team experts in seaweed seaweed farming, or just because you know there is a natural resource?
If I may, so the seaweed market in Thailand is quite underdeveloped. Like farming is supported by the government, but there's quite a bit of a first movers inertia where it hasn't really happened. But there's a little bit of infrastructure for it to happen. There's a little bit of technical knowledge, except for the fact that as of now, it's only cultivated. What's cultivated is what is grown naturally without farming. So the seaweed is already growing in the area, but no one is farming it. They're merely just collecting it from the ocean and then drying it and selling it. So we would like to build the capacity in partnership with local universities and in universities in Bangkok, which are devoted to agriculture and aquaculture, into developing the technical know-how and the experience within the communities to make this possible.
Okay. So we had the 6-step business concept, and one part of this was the sharing of knowledge, especially for women to kind of get this knowledge from university partners. And after this, after the first community as a pilot project was started, we will also work towards sharing the knowledge of cultivating seaweed in this area among the communities.
If I may also add a little bit, actually, if we didn't mention, but Izati is also from the area, and then she knows actually quite a little bit about the communities. So she's a bit of a regional expert from our team.
Okay, so if I may, so thanks for the presentation, and so this farm you are planning to collaborate with the local academia and government. So I was wondering, do you plan on running it in some kind of environmentally friendly way, or just to take in some environmental issues as well? So wanted to hear more about your plan on how you will actually proceed into making seaweed farms. So
can I take this? So first, the investments will be put into kind of the raw materials, kind of like the fixed costs, which are in rafts, in ropes, and then in like the seaweed that's needed to grow. But the idea is the environmental impact will be found actually through the farming of the seaweed. So it's found almost to a ratio of 1-to-1 is in weight of seaweed farm to carbon dioxide sequestered from the atmosphere. So through this farming, I think the cycle is about 30 to 45 days. The amount of seaweed that is dry that we have produced through the process is equal to the amount of atmospheric carbon dioxide sequestered. So we can actually have a very measurable impact on both KPIs of how much seaweed we produce and how much carbon dioxide we capture from the environment.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for Team 24 and judges. And now, please, Team 30, please get ready for your presentation. 30, hello.
Hello.
Hi. Can can you share your screen?
Sure.
Yeah. Take your time. Okay, so you can start whenever you want.
Sure. So we are Team Ladakh Basket, and Ladakh is a small village in the Himalayas, and the main purpose of forming the Ladakh Basket is we three coming from different parts of Ladakh, and then coming together and seeing the problem in the region, and then we see that in within our region there is this problem which we wanted to solve for the local, mostly the farmers and the artisans, and who produce the indigenous kind of art or agriculture produce. So other than that, we also have done the packaging of the products, and through which we have used the biodegradable and reusable materials. So this is our team. And
so I'm Sonam Stanjin. I'm belongs to the east part of Ladakh, eastern part of Ladakh, and he is Tanzin Jordan, and other one is Tilles Nurbu. He is Tilles Nurbu. He's in right now. He's in North Network area.
Yeah, so myself, Tanzin Jordan, I belong to a kind of a pauper city within the region, and both of my co-founders are from the remotest villages of the region. So Tinles couldn't join today. And then the local produce we have from mostly dry fruits, then teas, then the local dairy products. All these things that we are having right now. And usually, what we do, we work with the local farmers, the people in the villages. We go there and try to understand the problem first from their perspective. Then we try to come up with the solution. So these are the farmers in the different parts of the region. And then why do we exist? So basically, we wanted to showcase our region and to the rest of the world through the local indigenous produce. So how we will do it? By strengthening your bond to the region, by giving you accessibility to buy these products which are very unique to Ladakh. And how we are doing it? We are doing it by having an online platform, which is ladakhbasket.com, where you can buy all these products. Then the impact we are creating first is is in SDG goals is the second one, in which we are helping the farmers basically to have a minimum or a good earning from whatever they are producing. And the second is the decent work and economic growth, which is also one of our core, I think, purpose of forming the Ladakh Basket. And responsible consumption and production, in which we are all the producer in Ladakh is organic. And we don't use any chemical fertilizer or pesticides. We are also improving the organic produce in our region also and also we are using reusable materials in our packaging also. And then the customer value proposition is we are authentic and indigenous produce. We assure that all the products are produced in Ladakh, organically grown, and we deliver it to doorstep in easy payment. And then the competition within offline, we don't have any major competition as such, because they are, and right now we have 3 which are running in a non-formal kind of organization. They sell these products, but we wanted to have it in a formalized way where we can continue it for a long time. For online, especially in India, we have what we are doing, the different people are doing for their region. We have like Pahadi local or Indian original table are there, but from our region, we are the first from Ladakh. Then this is for the investor. We are looking for $60,000. Currently, we have invested around 5,340, which we 3 have bootstrapped in the forming of this venture. And then we also have a revenue of around 1,360. But these days, because of the COVID, we are quite affected due to the COVID also. And mostly we are focusing on right now on B2C customers. Later on, we also wanted to do B2B also. Yes, and right now we are mostly focused on the agriculture products. Later on, we wanted to incorporate the handicrafts, where artisans can also get this platform where they can sell their the local handcrafted products also. And this is Ladakh Basket, and you can follow us on Ladakh Basket on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much. So now we're going to start the Q&A. So you can start now.
Sure.
You want to go first or me go first?
You can go ahead. Thank you.
So I'm sorry if I get it quite right. So you are going to get from the people from Ladakh or that
Yes.
place, the Aboriginal people making the local produce, and you help them to sell them, right?
Yes.
So, but
Yes.
have you already contacted with the local people? I mean, what is the traditional way now? I mean, are you able to collect and gather, and how are their farming product, the consistency of the product? If you want to
Yeah.
sell online, they gotta have the same quality and everything. So how are you going to solve that problem?
So the quality part is, I think, where because we are collaborating with not only one farmer, but we are collaborating with different farmers, and each farmer will give their products. So we have to somehow standardize the product so that the quality remains same for the buyers when we buys for the next time or the next time. We are doing that by right now hand picking or hand sorting the products. And we also maintaining a good relationship with the farmers, and in continuous conversation with them. What are the things they are happening, and is there anything this year? Suppose if there some disease are coming in your crop or not. We are also has a continuous conversation with all of them. Other than that, right now we are in collaboration with 6 farmers from different parts of Ladakh. Right now is
the prototype.
yeah.
We collaborate with the 6 farmers, and we do testing also. Means we send the product to Delhi, and we do test, and then we standardize all the product means look like same and taste like same.
Yeah. And other than that, the products are naturally grown in the Himalayas. We have fresh water, and no chemical or pesticides are used.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my question is, so the main target of your products would be people outside Ladakh state, right? Indian mainly, or
No.
Indian and also abroad also. We wanted to extend it to abroad also, and we have delivered some of our products to some in US region also. We got some orders from US also.
Because Ladakh is means the tourist place, Himalaya. So lots of tourists come here and they went back to the home and they want the product from here. So means if you go to the some place and you like this product, and when you go back and they want means again that product. So they order again and again. So
Yeah,
we are
we
able
kind
to
of
send.
bridging the gap between them so that they do not have to travel back to Ladakh to get the products. So while staying at home also, they can enjoy the products which they loved having in Ladakh also. Mostly the tourists also. So in also one more thing in the local region also, within our market also, some of the products which are not easily accessible in the local market also. Suppose say we have one is the roasted barley flour, which is quite nutritious, which our previous generation used to have a lot, but right now with the kind of modern technology, we are moving toward fast food. So we also wanted to make sure that the local produce also get some space in the local market also. We will to somehow try to make it new product from there that the local produce itself, or sell it also as a raw, suppose say the roasted barley itself, which is not currently accessible in the local market.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Very much. Thank you, team.
Thank you
for your presentation. Now next.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you. Team 33, please get ready for your
Okay.
Okay. Great. Please share your screen.
Our share screen is blocked. Okay.
Oh, you're blocked. Can you do it now? Okay.
Okay.
Great. You can start when you're ready.
Can you say that? Oh. Okay. From now, I'm gonna guess which is beside of you. Note, pen, smartphone, No, probably a mask. Put your mask and show me through your camera. If you don't have a mask, that is a big problem. How much the mask price in your country? I don't know exactly about the other country, but in Korea, it's almost $2. That can't not be ignored. We must change the mask within 3 days. It can be pressed to some people. So, with that, this idea, to figure out this happening, I prepared just two solutions. First of all, reduce price of the mask. And second, we announced the social issue on the mask. How can we carry out this idea? I'm going to tell you about more details. Nowadays, many companies try to introduce themselves on game, SNS to advertise. Then they have to give a guarantee to advertising agency. Finally, we came up with idea from here. If the sponsor advertise like putting logo or writing slogan, then the mask producer will receive advertising cost. It can help to reduce the mask price. Someone said, when COVID-19 is ending, we don't need to wear a mask anymore. Are you sure that we never experience another virus infection or pandemic situation in future? I can definitely say no. We may have to wear a mask forever. And second thing, put the pictures regarding to anti-racism and gender equal on the mask. People can see the slogans and painting on each other's mask, and they are attracted at the social issue. Do you think those masks are useful? Maybe people don't use this mask very well. However, I expect that they will be the best among the advertising effects they can do. This small movement will make a huge change. We are already connected with Mask Factory. We plan to make prototype. And then we will set it for the feedback throughout the neighbor store farm, which is the best Korean platform. In addition, we are preparing survey for find out people preference. Why our idea is renovation? Because they can't reduce the cost of the mask anymore. But we can control it using the advertising cost. This is so much different approach method compared with others. Using this approach, we can help poor family first. But as one goes on, it can be effect to all the people. It basically belongs number 3 or 10 in SDGs. However, if you use the slogan well, it will be a good solution to more categories in SDGs. Our goal is to make many people to use masks much more cheaper. The strategy is to maximize the effectiveness of advertising. To do that, it has an advantage to find a lot of companies that want to put advertisements on the mask. Until now, I told about our idea. So let me introduce our fancy team members. We are Team KKL in Gaming University from South Korea. Our major is biomedical engineering. You might be our first customer. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You have 4 minutes of Q&A session, and
okay.
Start whenever you're ready.
Hi, Amy, I guess I'll start.
Yes, please.
Right. So this is a very interesting idea, but have you already approached some potential companies regarding how much they will be able to reduce the cost of the mask? Have you?
Maybe. Okay, maybe we were connected with the mask factory in Daegu, Korea, but they didn't tell us how much reduce the cost yet. But we will now ongoing to the talking each other with the company.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking about, can you explain a little bit very quickly about your business model regarding your revenue generation?
So our purpose is painting on the mask other companies' logos or something to advertising. So they will can give some more fund to the mask company. So the fund can make to mask company to reduce the selling price. Our purpose is like that, and using this way, so we can using the social issues, so we can announce our gender equal, anti-racism, quitting smoking, like so. So it can be like social exercising too.
Okay. Thank you. Amy.
Yes. So yeah, I had exactly the same question, but so so in line with that, I wanted to know that so what makes your product unique out of other existing masks? Because I know that nowadays there are more and more large companies that are using this mask as their some sort of marketing tool, so that they put on logos, or they also, I mean, even for the Korean government, when you see the people in the parliament, they would use some kind of logo on like their like ministry's logo on it. So yeah, so what would be your unique strength in promoting?
Okay, we think we are not just for money. This exercise is, I think, this is a social exercise. So we can use this, and we can announce the social issue to many people. Is that our original original goal? Okay.
Okay.
Before
Thank
money.
you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank
Thank you
you,
very much.
33, for your presentation. Well done. And now the last team, Team 37, please get ready for your presentation. Team 37. 그러게요. Team 37. Who's your presenter? Can you turn on your mic? Who's your presenter?
Presenter. I'm the presenter.
Okay. Can you share your screen? Okay, you can start when you're ready.
Okay. Greetings. This is Team Blue from Korea. We designed our item, Blue Buddy, for the deaf students in university. After the COVID outbreak, universities around the world suddenly shifted curriculum from offline to online. In this progress, the previous face-to-face real-time assistance for the deaf students ran into disconnection. So the students had to make a guess on the lecture, with inaccurate automatic captions and leaf movements of the instructor. Blue's Buddy matching service is designed to solve this problem. Buddy refers to a non-disabled student who correct caption error for the deaf. Person-to-person matchings between the deaf and the non-disabled students is held on a weekly basis. This lightens the non-disabled student's burden to apply for the buddy. Blue Buddy's caption-making process is formed in 3 phases. Step 1. A non-disabled university student can apply for the position on their mobile. Our buddy matching program automatically connects the buddy while taking the matching priorities into account. Once the video lecture is uploaded, the program automatically generates captions based on STT program. But as previously mentioned, these auto-generated captions are inaccurate, so it requires the buddy's error corrections as a necessity. After professor's approval, error-corrected accurate captions are added to the lecture. Now, the most important part, incentives. Buddies who have successfully accomplished their work get rewarded for their participation. They have two compensation options. One is monetary reward, and the other is social service score. If you get to work as a Blue Buddy, these are the screens that you're going to encounter during the working week. When the deaf student's lecture is uploaded on the online course, you'll receive a notification on your mobile. And if you access to the Blue Buddy website with your personal computer, you can check your caption correcting work list of that week. The website interface also displays error correction time limit and sends an alarm to the user when the caption submission deadline is just around the corner. So, to make this happen, we need to spend two types of initial cost of business. One is the cost of building online platform, and the other is the cost of promotions. We are planning to develop mobile application and build PC website for Blue Buddy users. By applying banner ads to both, we can earn additional revenues for our server maintenance. Universities will cooperate with Blue by providing student contacts. We will send promotional emails and fee-based text messages to eligible buddies. Blue Buddy Business aims at accomplishing SDGs number 4 and 10. Blue Buddy solves educational exclusion of the deaf in online course by providing accurate captions. Reducing the inequalities for the deaf student is connected with ensuring a quality education in universities. Keep in mind that big changes always start with small movements. We are sure that this little accurate captions that Blue provide can change the whole world for the deaf students. Let's try to keep ourselves fully educated in post-corona era while paying careful attention to the most underprivileged students. Blue Buddy will help you go on that way. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Okay, great. You can now is Q&A session, so you can start when you're ready.
Amy, you want to go first this time?
Sure. Okay, thanks for the presentation. Your main source of revenue, your means of revenue generation would be through having some advertisement placed on your platform. Is that correct? Or could you elaborate on that? Sure.
May I answer? The advertising banners are just an method for like the additional revenues. Just the main revenue comes from the governmental support. We made a research on how many budgets are provided for the deaf students, and we found the accurate numbers. Wait a second. We've done research on the 2020's Korea's education ministry budget allocated to support deaf university students to learn. We found that $210 is allocated for one hearing disabled college students per week. That is the main resource that we're going to use for the operation. Yes, the operation.
Okay, thank you.
I have another question regarding, because you are targeting at those hearing impaired students, but isn't that usually, and for those people who are capable of attending university, regular university, usually they can resolve this problem. So are you targeting only at university, or are you targeting specifically at institutions or schools that are for the hearing impaired students? Because for every university, I think the population of the with hearing disability is very small. Yeah, so I'm sure this university already have existing buddy program or special program supporting this very small population of this student with disability for every university. But I think they have some maybe hearing impaired, some maybe sight and they are maybe blind. But I think for the number of blind people in every university, the population is small. So I'm just wondering, are you going to be able to target a more specific group that you can really give them the support really need, given the amount of effort and funding that you devoted?
First, to tell the differentiation point of our program with the existing buddy programs in the universities is that the original university buddy programs are like matching students, the non-disabled students and the disabled students in a semester basis. So this kind of gave a burden for the students to apply for this buddy program, and we kind of checked the results that many students haven't even applied for the buddy program at all. So we found this is very problematic, and like bringing down the matching basis into 1 week basis is kind of a differentiation point that we are trying to bring in. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you everybody. Well done with your presentation. It was a pleasure to be here as a MC, and well done to everyone. And I hope you good luck with your future project. And for the judges, you can I gave you a secret chat, and you can go to the Zoom room for discussion. Just two of you. Okay, see you there.
Okay.
And for rest of you, please stay here till the final pitching. Thank you very much.